Hi, ever wonder if your night guard is helping or making it worse? In this video, I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks to figure out if your night guard is actually helping or it's the wrong night guard for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Agatha, and I'm going to show you on my own night guard how I make adjustments to make sure that this is exactly right for my patients. So first I'm going to make sure that tip number one, that it actually fits you. So if it goes over your teeth, and it sits comfortably and it's not causing you any pain, that means that it's fitting well over your teeth. If it's not going down all the way, or if you're having a hard time removing it, then it's probably too tight. This one's good. Tip number two, it really makes a big difference whether you're a clencher or a grinder. Now, what do I mean by that? If you have tooth wear, check out these pictures. If you have tooth wear, then it means that you're likely a tooth grinder. If you don't have any wear, but you have muscle tension or headaches, it's most likely you're a clencher. And these two different types of patients need very different night guards. So here's the trick to know. If you have tooth wear, then this night guard is going to be for you, and I'm going to describe it in a minute. If you are a clencher, then it's a completely different night guard design. So let's talk about a grinder first. With a grinder, what you want to see is back teeth touching evenly on left and right, and the front pretty light or no contact initially. So let's check it out. Now I'm going to check it out with something called articulating paper. In dentistry, we use articulating paper for this kind of thing, but it's actually very similar to carbon paper, so you could probably get that anywhere. So basically we're going to mark, because it deposits ink, we're going to mark where the night guard is hitting your opposing teeth. So in my case, it's a lower. You might have an upper. It really doesn't matter as long as the outcome is the same. So let's check it out for a grinder. You're going to bite down on this in the back. Pull the paper through. And let's take a look. So here, you can see that there's more red marks than on this side. Now I am having contact here, but this is too much. So what we want to do is take that down a little bit. Now in a dental office, I can use a high speed. Now don't try this at home, but a regular adjusting drill could probably work too, but don't do this at home. So let me show you. It's a simple adjustment. I'm just going to take down that little spot. And then just clean that off. And try again. Now we've got much more even contacts. If you still feel like, for example, the one side is heavier than the other, then definitely ask your dentist to do one more adjustment. If you're a clencher, that's going to be a totally different setup, so I'll get to that in a minute. So number 3 for a grinder, front teeth are clear or not touching too much. So let's check with different color paper. Came out right easily. I didn't feel anything tug. You can take a look. But you would normally feel, if you feel a tug, so let me show you in a different part. If you feel a tug in the front, okay, then that means you probably have a little tiny bit too much. So again, ask your dentist to adjust. Okay, next thing for a grinder. What we want to see is canines. These teeth right here are guiding the slides. So when you go side to side, you're going to be on the canine. So let's see if that's the case. So when you go to the left, whoa. If you're on the canines, I think I was. Yeah, that's good for a grinder. And you want that on both sides. So the other side too. When you go to the right, canine, I think I felt it. Yeah, same thing. If your canines are guiding the slides, then you have a great night guard for a grinder. If back teeth touch, you might want to have a little bit of an adjustment. Now let me show you the difference with a clencher. Clenchers are different. Clenchers need an appliance that shuts down their muscles because they're constantly squeezing. So they're not grinding, they're simply squeezing. And a clencher needs the opposite. So this is the night guard for you if you're a clencher. So if I try it in again, you want to make sure it fits. And then see this flat floor here? You want to see something like that for a clencher. You want to see front teeth touch, nothing touching in the back. Totally opposite from grinder. Let's check that out. Front teeth touching. Lots of teeth touching. Right there. Watch the back. Nothing. Clear open space. So in a clencher, this shuts down your muscles. Now here's the problem. If you continuously wear this, take it out so you can hear me. If you continuously wear this for long periods of time, your back teeth will either erupt too much or tip. So you don't want to do this too often. A clenching appliance should only be used occasionally. If you wear it all the time, your bite will change and you'll actually experience more pain. And this is, I see this very often with patients who overwear their clenching appliances. So be careful with these ones. And I have a lot more information about this and the grinding type of night guard in another video that shows you the long-term effects of overwearing this. So check that out. Check out what a deprogrammer, because these are called deprogrammers, check out what a deprogrammer will do to you long-term and the long-term effects that it would have if you don't wear it just occasionally. Okay? So, last but not least, you want to make sure that your appliance is smooth. So nothing rough, nothing's going to cut your gums or cheeks, nothing is going to drive your tongue crazy. So you want to kind of take your finger and make sure that it's smooth. If not, then you want to ask your dentist, and what your dentist will do is they will use polishing burrs that look kind of like, if I could open this, muscle, and place them into a slow speed, and then basically any rough spots you can just polish out and buff out. And then typically you'll use finer and finer tips until it's really, really smooth. So it's kind of like sanding wood, right? Using sandpaper. You're just using finer and finer tips until everything is smooth and shiny. All right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.